like I want to have a good relationship with my mother. She sucks.
It is Thursday. It is Mental Health Day, and we are starting a new year. So we are going to talk about it, everyone. Welcome. I am Dino the Genetic Marvel, and with me over here is Mr. Marco Torres of Upside Down Studios. Happy New Year, sir. How are you?
Happy New Year's. Dude, you came in like with that mellow doctor voice. It sounded like you were about to cut somebody's fucking aorta open. You were telling their wife, well, sir, well, your husband's aorta is all fuckered up, and we're going to have to go in there and do a little cleanup job.
What can I say? I have a voice for radio.
You sound like the white Barry White.
The White Betty. Okay, I am the White Betty.
My darling.
We were talking about this. So I went to a friend's house last night, and we were talking about New Year's resolutions and stuff. And I'm like, I don't agree with New Year's resolution because so many times people be like, you know what? New Year's Day, new me. I'm gonna do everything different. And you're like, that's not gonna happen. That's not. You're not gonna wake up and suddenly have more discipline than you've had in the last 10 years. That's not. That's not real life.
If anything, most people regret what they did the night before.
I mean,
hilariously, it's supposed to be New Year, and now I'm pregnant by my old year.
The old year gave me chlamydia. You're like, that's not. Don't do that. That's.
How'd you start off your year, chlamydia? You brought chlamydia in from the old year.
Yeah, bro. Victoria sent me a thing that was like, make sure you take a shit early in the night so you don't have the same shit following you into the new year. And I'm like, you know what? That's solid advice.
Good. That's ancient Chinese proverb right there.
I mean, listen, what you want is new shit for the new year. You don't want the old shit. You already handled the old shit. Move on to the new shit, you know?
Yep, I made sure I took a nice, healthy, runny, fucking liquidy old person shit last night.
Whatever you have to do. I don't know. Did you end up going out or did you just hang out at home? What'd you do?
Me and Ray went over to one of our other hosts' house, Scotty. Me, nice. Greg, and his wife, and another buddy of ours, Jack, and Scotty and his wife. We all kind of had a little dinner there and some drinks and some nasty champagne. I have noticed that like I used to think I was a kind of a connoisseur of champagne. Sure. I'm like a hood connoisseur. You know, all the champagnes that I've tried in the hood were good. I like champagne. Apparently those are cheap fucking swag. And good champagne tastes like shit to me.
So interestingly enough, we had there were a couple of the people we were hanging out with, they brought their kids as well. So there was a bottle of alcohol-free champagne, and then there was champagne. And the non-alcoholic champagne was delicious. Okay?
Yeah. I got my kids bottles of that. Like I used to always get my kids bottles of it, like if they're staying home. Like the sparklingness, the grape juice and shit. Fantastic. The fucking champagne I tried last night, and I know it was expensive. I know, I know Scotty paid top dollar on the fucking shit, and it tasted like just really high carbonated soda water.
See, this is the thing is, at what point do we think that it's just one big scam where they're like, this is delicious, and you're like, I tasted it, didn't taste that delicious, kind of tastes like shit. We were discussing this, and I was like, you know what you should do. Because the one girl, her mom was like, why don't you have a sip of champagne? Just try it, right? She's young, but I'm like, it's her parents, right? Gives her one zip and she's like, oh, that's gross. I'm like, that's what you need to know. All alcohol is disgusting. You never want to. I go, and you know what? In fact, if you really want to ramp it up, give her an IPA because that tastes like monkey piss. The wife looks at the husband and goes, you like IPAs? He's like, yeah, but they taste horrible. And I'm like, there you go. You know,
I mean, I found out the easiest way to keep my youngest daughters from smoking weed.
Yeah,
like when they both turned 16, I told her I had them both come into my room, and I had my dab rig sitting there, and I fucking blazed up a fat fucking dab, and I made them both hit it. They both coughed their ever living brains out and puked,
Perfect.
and they didn't touch weed until they were fucking out of school.
I mean, listen, it works. Okay, look, it's not. This is the problem: is kids are in such a rush to grow up that you're like, yeah, that's not a good thing. Enjoy what you have while you can, because when you're a grown up, it's just fucking shit show. Okay,
And for you parents out there who decide to go that route of parenting, you have to go full blown. You got to go full throttle with it. You can't just give, like, say if I would have gave my kids and let them smoke a joint with me or whatever, they would have probably smoked from 16 all the way through and wouldn't have graduated. No, I had to bang them out with the heavy fucking dab that would have dropped Dino. And,
Yeah.
and that was fine. You know, just like my oldest daughter Maria. You know, her and her friends decided one night to sneak out when they were about 16, 17, and they drank a bottle of fucking Malibu and something else. Now my daughter don't touch that shit no more. She smells Malibu and she fucking wants to puke.
Hey, that's it. Hello, Hoengasm896. How are you? Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing is, in your youth, you gotta someone's gotta show you, be like, hey, this is horrible. You won't need it until you're an adult. Just calm the fuck down, you know? I remember I had my first beer. I was 12 years old in Greece. And you know what? Gross. It was disgusting.
See now, and the reason why I said what I said, now with me, my grandfather, it was, go get me a beer, you can have a sip. Go get me a beer, you can have a sip. So by the time I was 8, 9 years old, fuck, I could drink a fucking 6-pack without, you know. And then, you know, in the summertime, my grandpa drank Cuba Libres, which is rum and coke. Take a sip. Take a sip. Take a sip.
Yeah.
Oh, who was drinking 151 at 16? You can't halfway do it. You can't fucking halfway do it. Now, if my grandpa would have gave me a shot of 151 off rip, I probably would still to this day wouldn't drink.
I mean, actually, so there's a growing trend. It's amazing what amino acid gummies can do for your gut health. Looking at you, Marco. I mean, I've never tried amino acid gummies, but hey, you know what? Amino acid gummies? No, gummies. Yeah, don't worry. We got you. Joe, we got you. Don't worry. Actually, you know what? The funny thing is, too, is as you get older, too, you kind of realize you're like, oh, I got to be careful what I eat if I'm going to be drinking later. I need something to sop everything up. And the next day, I have bacon and eggs ready for me. Don't worry. I'm going to, you know. Can't do that anymore.
I'm not a big McDonald's fan at all. You know, I grew out of McDonald's in my teen years, but I tell you what, a Big Mac the day after heavy drinking will soak up. I don't know what kind of chemical, GMO, whatever the fuck Bill Gates or whoever the fuck Bill Gates got inside them burgers, soaks the liquor up. Soaks it really does.
It makes a difference. You know? I think that's the whole thing. Tino, I'm at the age where I fart when I pee now.
As long as you don't pee when you fart. Big difference.
That's fine. Yeah.
Big difference.
Okay. Yeah. And realistically, if you're already peeing, feel free to let a fart out. You're already on the toilet.
Let it out. That's the time for it.
I mean, you know what? I always love the joke when someone's like, it's a bunch of old guys. One guy's like, oh, I wake up in the morning and I can't take a shit. Another guy's like, I wake up in the morning and I can't pee. Another guy's like, I pee like clockwork at 8 o'clock in the morning and I shit at 8:30. And they're like, that sounds great. He's like, no, I wake up at 9. And you're like, that's the problem. That's the problem.
Time to set your alarm, buddy. Time to set your alarm.
You got none of that fancy free life. I've been around enough pregnant ladies to know if you get them laughing hard enough, they cross their legs. They're like, stop it! I'm gonna piss my pants. And you're like, that's funny shit to me. But
pregnant ladies, how about anybody over fucking 35? Any lady over 35? Yeah, I mean, I'll never forget the first time I said, I'm gonna pee myself. What the fuck? You're a grown ass woman. What do you mean you're gonna pee yourself?
Bro, I had to explain. So on New Year's Eve, we had a potluck with family, and they didn't know that I was doing the scare acting for the last 3 years, and I had to explain how, like, I looked at somebody, they looked at me, and then they just crouched down and pissed themselves, like, just immediately, and they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm like, I look like, I showed them a picture, they're like, oh my god. I'm like, yeah, I'm terrifying. It's fine. It's some people just can't. I'm like, that's the thing. Don't go somewhere with one in the chamber. Clean it out at home and then go home.
That's it. Never. Not no airport, not no fucking bus ride, not even always clean out all chambers before you get into a vehicle.
Absolutely. I mean, that's just good practice. It's just that's the experience you need to move forward.
Now that isn't gonna prevent the new fucking bullet to be popped in, but it'll prevent double ups and it'll prevent premature firing.
Yeah. You may still need to use the bathroom, but it's on your terms, not somebody else's.
Right.
Whereas Cole, I went to school with them. Cole's doing his own thing these days. We wish him the best, of course, but he's on his own journey. Happy New Year, of course. So he's doing it solo stuff right now, and he's always welcome back. So
yep. And just for a little PSA, because my daughter went through it this morning. Henceforth, I went through it this morning. For you fuckwits out there who decide that they want to just start shooting off guns in the air for New Year's and for Valentine's Day and for fucking 4th of July. Well, 4th of July is something different. That was all about that.
Sure.
But I mean, for all this other shit, them bullets that go up, idiots, come fucking down with the same velocity. My daughter woke up with a bullet hole in her windshield.
Yo, for real?
Dude, like she fucking called me freaking the fuck out, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
and the first thing I was like, you ain't fucking nobody's man, are you?
Yeah, I mean,
question number one. First
question number one.
I was like, all right, no, okay. Now is your man fucking anybody else's woman? No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also good.
As long as
two good reasons. Yeah.
Then you got to get the third. Was one of your siblings around? Because your siblings have bad habits of fucking people's men's or women's. No? Okay. Fucking don't shoot in the air.
Yeah, I mean, we don't live in the ghetto like you. I mean, listen, times are changing, and
my neighborhood was a very good neighborhood when I bought my home. My neighborhood, I live across the street from a golf course, motherfucker.
Right. No, we were talking about this too, because we were at a friend's house who they don't really have any they live in a nicer area, but there aren't any big parks close by to them. Like you have to cross a major road to get to a park. Whereas for me, I have, let me see, it's that way is like 400 feet. There's a school and it's got a huge track on it. So it's a big open area. And I'm like, that's the thing is, as you grow older, you want an open area to light fireworks, right? So people will go there. I'm like, because you learn very quickly, especially when you're a homeowner, I'm not lighting fireworks around my house because those things will go on my roof and then it's my fucking problem. I'm not playing with that, right? So we didn't hear any fireworks around their house, and I'm like, I'm surprised because you usually would, but if it's in the area, most people are smart, but shooting guns in the air, man, that's
The bad thing was when I was younger, I'm guilty of it. When I was younger, I used to, come one of these holidays or whatever, we'd go off and take the AKs out back and start shooting AKs out back and start shooting them in the air and stuff. And, as I got older and got a little wiser, hey, yeah, that shit comes down. I'll never forget it's been about maybe 6 or more years now. And this wasn't even like a celebration or anything. There was a big write-up in the newspaper out here, an Amish kid. A kid now. I think he was like maybe 15, 16 years old, if that. He was at a party with some other Amish kids. On his way home, somebody and they traced the bullet. They were able to trace the bullet. Somebody a couple miles down the road shot up in the air. That bullet came down, went through the buggy when that kid was coming home. He killed that kid.
Oh!
Now, what fucked the whole thing up was the horse was trained to take that dog or that kid home. So the horse just kept going, and they found that kid inside that buggy dead the next day. Dude, and that's terrible for it. Don't matter if he was Amish or whatever. That's terrible for anybody.
True. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Reaper just came sat down right in the fucking carriage with him. Was like, hey, Nice to meet you. What?
Right? Like that's the thing is like the idea, like I have this weird thing where like I love the idea of being able to have access to guns, but then like knowing what I know now, where I'm like, I'm not smart enough for this many people to be dumber than I am. And if we all have access to guns, I have a problem with this. This is now it's an issue because some people, you're like, oh, it's the 4th of July. And you're like, what are you doing? Don't do that. There's people around.
Well,
Put it over the water or some shit, bro.
You know, I'm all about us having our rights to have guns and stuff like that. But I'm also, I guess this is where I start leaning more towards the left on this issue. I'm more towards, especially from where I come from. If you're going to have a gun, if you're going to own a gun, every youngin' at a certain age, just like a driving class, just like a cooking class, just like an accounting class, you know, shit that's needed, you should have a gun safety class. And whether you don't plan to own a gun or not, whether you have guns in your house, whatever, every child, every teenager should have a gun safety class. You know, this is the barrel. This is the trigger. These are bullets. Don't look down this thing. You know,
bro.
I mean, because you see more and more, especially with these stupid kids that think they're the gangsters or whatever.
Oh,
you know, we used to at least once a year, one of our thug friends shoot themselves in the leg when we were fucking growing up. You got shot in the leg, you got shot in the foot, you got shot because you were playing with the gun and you know what the fuck you were doing, and boom. Nowadays, these kids are just killing each other, and they're like, oh. They're doing TikToks and Facebooks, and next thing you know, their fucking friend is laying on the ground in front of them.
Bro, I saw a girl. It was like a TikTok, and she lifted a gun up, and she was like, "Yeah," and it went off like right here, so it left the black mark. And she's like, "Oh," and you're like, "Yeah, you almost died. Like, you got to be like that's." Victoria's like, "Just be proficient at using a crossbow." Also, good advice. You know what? You can't accidentally hit yourself with a crossbow. That is, I mean, if you do, life's not for you. That's on you.
But if you hit with the arrow from a crossbow that you shot, Jesus wanted you down.
The random, like, it bounces like ding, 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 ding. That was on you. That
means you pissed your God off. That's exactly what that means.
Fate already decided on that. You were just a passenger at that point.
I mean, because like, I don't know. Yeah. When I was growing up, again, single mom, my dad was a dope dealer and a thug, so you know, great example. So you know, I was around guns and I had no training, nobody taught me the do's and don'ts. Nobody taught me. It was just, and it was a bad time for people around me. When I had a gun in my hand as a youngin. Especially like even when I got custody of my oldest daughter, I was 17 years old when I got custody of this child. I taught her how to use a gun, but I taught her how to respect a gun. I taught her how to break down my gun like when I was in the military. Or no, like if you were in the military. I wasn't in the military. I didn't go until a couple years afterward. But I taught her how to break the fucking gun down. I taught her, you don't look in this end. I taught her to make sure you look in the side, that the chamber is cleared. I taught her, you don't put that bullet, that clip in that gun unless you're ready to fucking fire. You know, I taught my daughter these things, you know, just because nobody taught me that. And my daughter has become a responsible woman who does have her own concealed carry and her own guns.
Yeah. Well, this is one of those things where I'm like, does everyone have a right to be armed? Yes. Does everyone have a responsibility to learn how to operate that firearm safely? Yes. 100%. Like that's one of those things where like even just a quick run through be like, hey, listen, wherever you're pointing this, you want something to die. So if you look down there, you're trying to kill yourself. Like you need to understand that that's not okay.
And
right?
Like, as soon as you put your finger on that trigger, whether you pull it or not, there are consequences.
Yeah.
As soon as that barrel is pointed at you or whatever, there are consequences. And that's where, like I said, I lean more towards the left with this issue because, you get a lot of these right wingers and a lot of these, Republicans and conservatives. No, you can't take it. We shouldn't have to take a class. Shut the fuck up. We're not taking your fucking gun, but we're letting these idiots over here who think we should ask the grass to mow it to teach them how to fucking use the goddamn gun.
Like, look, hey, you have to get a license to drive a car.
Right.
And
that argument gets thrown out the fucking window because you don't need a license to vote for fucking for anything.
Hey, so I don't know if I sent it to you. I might have sent it. It might be on your TikTok. Somebody sent it to me. Was like, yeah. Do you understand that, like in ancient Greece, where the origin of actual democracy happened, they were like, oh no, people need to be educated on how to vote. There needs to be an entire you need to learn and you can't just go in there and be like, well, I like those guys usually. I'll just click. No, absolutely not. You have betrayed yourself, your country, and everything about it by just going, whatever. You're like, no, it's a huge responsibility, and people don't treat it that way. Which,
well, I mean,
the amount of fighting for rights to vote have been so horrendous. You'd think that people would take it seriously, but no.
Well, I've seen throughout the years, and I mean, predominantly, it doesn't work out 100%. But up until the last maybe 10 years, when people voted, that was it. That's what they voted for. That's what they got. Whether it was, whether they knew what the fuck they were voting for or not. Once the ballots were tallied, that was it. That was the new law. Now we got these fucking politicians who, just because they don't like who's in office, as soon as the people vote in something, oh no. We don't care if the people voted in. We're going to change it anyways. We're going to take that away. That is the reason why. I mean, when I was growing up, people always, fuck voting. Our votes don't matter. But still, on the DL, everybody fucking voted. Now, they're always looking at these polling numbers. Why didn't these thousands of people show out? Why didn't this particular group show out? Because every time we do show out, you fuck motherfuckers change the shit anyways. You're making the rules anyway, so why the fuck are we even coming out of the house?
I remember there was a vote in Quebec because they wanted to separate, right? Just like what's happening with Alberta right now. And the question as to, instead of, do you want to separate from the rest of Canada, which is what the question is, right? They made it this whole convoluted thing. Would you be willing to ridiculous? And people voted, and they're like, I don't really understand what I was voting for. And you're like, okay, that's a bigger problem, right? But the fact is, like, that's that idea where people are just like, well, I should go vote. Yes, you should. Well, I don't know what I'm voting for. Okay, well, you should educate yourself and then go vote, right? That just makes sense to me. But people are a little bit dumb.
Even over here, first of all, that whole shimdiggling of the fucking wording and shit, because we have that here bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's how they got the cigarettes fucking banned in Ohio. They switched up the wording so much that people thought they were like, oh, okay, well, it's okay if they have their own smoking area and it's okay to smoke inside bars, but not in restaurants. General half class type shit. And here, nope, it all got banned. Like everything got banned everywhere. And now you can smoke weed in some establishments, but you still can't smoke a cigarette, which is
the most insane thing where people are like, you can smoke a joint, you can't smoke a cigarette. I'm like, why not? And they're like, oh, it's the law. And you're like, the law?
Dude,
like,
it happened in fucking Detroit. Michigan, yeah. I was doing a fucking show out in Michigan, and when we walked into this fucking building, dark room, stage up front, there were like 2 people tables, all, nice little establishment. Each fucking table had a pre-roll on it. Each table had a joint on it. And there were people smoking up. I fired up a cigarette. Dude, it was like, what the, like I was in the fucking cancer ward of a hospital with oxygen flowing. People were like, no, you got to do that outside. You got to do that outside. The fuck you mean? Hey. You got a blunt in your mouth right now.
I remember when they first were opening dispensaries, you could make like a smokehouse where you could smoke weed inside. Okay. And I was like, can I smoke a cigarette? And they're like, no. And I'm like, I can't breathe in here. Like, you guys are smoking so much. And you're going to say that my cigarette is what's going to be, that's the tipping point. They're like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, I gotta go smoke outside. And I'm like, bro, I just standing around people. I was getting high, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's happening right now.
Well, that's when they first started with the heyday of them big vapes, and you had the obnoxious fucking dude bros with the blowing the big cloud of vape smoke or whatever.
Oh god, yeah.
I'm in the fucking bar, and this bar is like smoked the fuck out from vape.
Yeah.
From vape. Don't
Yeah.
just because the name is vape. Don't let that shit fool you. It's fucking smoke.
Yeah. 100%. So hold on. Darcy Johnson said our vote does matter. And it very much should. People are lazy. 100% agree. Gross. That sounds strange. I'm from Michigan. I've never heard of that. Yeah. So I don't know if they still do it up here, but Mark was saying that they still do it down in Cleveland, which I'm like, or you said it was Detroit where you were? But
somewhere. Yeah, I think it was Detroit.
That's,
yeah, they had a fucking fit that I lit a cigarette in the goddamn place. Fucking had a fit, dude.
Which is so weird to me. Like, honestly, like I remember when you could smoke anywhere, and I'm not saying that that's a good thing either, but like it's just such a weird thing because they're like, no, you have to go outside. Be like, okay, well, why don't establishments have room for everybody, right? Like that's what actually makes sense. In so many airports, oh, Mark was frozen. In so many airports that I've been to, they've had a dedicated smoking room, and it's got the best ventilation, somewhere to ash out. It's a perfect situation, and then you proceed on with your day. No big deal. But if you don't have that, oh yeah, you're absolutely fucked. And I'm like, that's insane to me that you would have two separate situations like that, because you can't. If it's not either, it's against the law or it's not. If it's not, you should be accommodating. Like, oh well, it'll kill you. Well, everything will kill me. That's not. That's a ridiculous thing. Oh, and now it's all on me. All right, everybody. I don't know. What do you guys think about resolutions? I'm not a fan of resolutions because I think they're a little bit foolish, right? I like the idea of looking back at what happened this year and say, okay, what do I not like that happened, and how am I going to put into play some things that will make it so that doesn't happen again? That's what I like to do for New Year's. And I think I found that has worked out well the last few years for me. I feel like that's a lot more beneficial because a lot of people will just stand there and be like, I'm going to start going to the gym. And all of a sudden the gym is packed for the next 2 months. And then all of a sudden it dies back down and nobody cares. But, I like what you said before on another podcast, to reflect past mistakes and fix it. Yeah, I think that's a lot more reasonable of a process as to what you should do for what's happening in your life, right? Because thinking that you're going to wake up, what are mistakes you want to fix for this year? I for myself, I would say, here, let me put this up so everyone can see it. What are mistakes you want to fix for this year? For me, I haven't held myself accountable enough. And also I have allowed myself to be easily distracted. That has been a thing. There we go. Marco's back. Hello, sir.
That was really weird. Oh,
I mean,
there.
What can I say? They're coming after me too. So I was, just to get back to what we were talking about earlier about resolutions and stuff, right? Because they're a little bit crazy. So one of the things that I like to do, and Victoria is to look back on the mistakes of the past year and say, what can I change to make sure that those mistakes don't happen again? And of course, my wife would, of course, call me out and say, so what are mistakes you want to fix for this year? Thanks, Victoria. I appreciate that. Just call me out like that. But I was going to say is that I've been easily distracted from my goals, and I haven't been holding myself as accountable as I should. And those are two things that I'm like, you know what? I need to be better. Just like, because a lot of times people are like, oh, well, let's go hang out and be like, okay, well, I was fasting, but you know what? I'll go in and say, no. These are the days that I fast. I'm trying to change my body. So it's important that I put that as a priority. If I don't, I'm going to have bigger problems, right?
Well, see, so, I kind of look at the resolution thing like drinking games. I personally never liked drinking games. Like, no, right? Not the quarters, not the beer pong. Why do I need an I bought my liquor.
Yes.
I drove to where I was going. Yes. I, made a conscious decision to, take care of whatever responsibilities that I have to make at home or whoever I got to take care of. So I have consciously made a decision to get hammered that night. Why the fuck do I need permissions from an inanimate object to fucking drink my drink? While you guys are taking 20 minutes to fucking drop a ping pong ball in a cup, I'm on my 5th shot. I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing. You know, so I mean, now there is shit I do need to work on with myself. I mean, and
Yeah.
it's been, you know, I got an issue, and it's just been recently where I could, I guess, put it out there where I know it's an issue in my life and a problem. You know, when me and my ex broke up, like I went through a bad, it was a bad time mentally. You
Yeah.
know, just all the way around, it was a bad time mentally for me. Um, Especially to the point where, you know, it was one of the few times where I felt like I actually tried. You know,
Yeah.
so it fucked me up, and in that whole sense, I let my beautiful home fall apart. I let my
Mhm.
beautiful cars fall apart. Um, you know, my studio. I let pretty much everything just go to shambles. You know, if
Right.
you, I mean, never any offense to you, but that's the reason why when you come to in the town, I never invited you to my house. It's an embarrassment
Understandable.
to me. So
That's fair.
slowly but surely, I've been trying to get things pieced back together, get things cleaned up, and get my home back into the beautiful home that it was.
Yeah.
But you know, it gets every once in a while, it just gets in that head, and then you know, it's not even a depression thing anymore. Because
Yeah.
I'll be the first to admit it. It had a big thing to do with depression and shit like
Absolutely.
that. But
Yeah.
it just got. Don't get comfortable in your depression. Don't get
Yeah.
comfortable in your. You know, it's one thing. Everybody has their bad times. Everybody has
Yeah.
their funks.
Yeah.
Don't wallow in yours, because now I'm damn near 10 years down the road, and I'm looking in a house that I would never fucking have my kids in, let alone live in. And
Yeah.
you know, it was my fault in general for letting it fall apart. So you know,
Yeah.
that's what I've been working on. But you know, fuck the new year. I had to do that regardless. You know, that's what I'm saying. Oh, my New Year's resolution is I'm gonna fix my house. No, fuck that. I need to fix my house whether this was the 1st of January or the 1st of fucking March. It don't
Exactly.
fucking matter.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the and I agree with you too. Like I think a lot of people don't realize how uh like there's actually two things. Is number one, clutter in your car and clutter in your house, like in where you spend a lot of time. If there's a lot of clutter in it, that's a very good tell of somebody who, like, I don't want to say somebody who, but like that's all a very big sign of depression. You're like, there's too much clutter. It's too much. There's things aren't working right, you know. But that's why
One of
it's
my
like
bad
when you go.
one
Sorry,
of
go
my
ahead.
not to cut you off, but just to interject. One of my bad issues is growing up. You know, I grew up with a crackhead as a brother.
Yeah, yeah,
So, you know, anything nice I ever had, especially as I became a teenager, it was stolen and sold for dope. And it kind of, you know, it kind of put that, you know, I don't have natural ADHD. I have kind of
yeah,
like a PTSD ADHD. So it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know, if I have a tool set, I got to have 3 to 5 tool sets. If I have
yeah,
like these microphones, I have these fucking microphones every goddamn where. I mean, literally, and after I bought it, I stopped myself because I had bought one the week beforehand. I just bought 2 fucking green screen stands, like the
yeah,
stands to hold up the green screens, and a
yeah,
bag
yeah.
full of green screens. I am in front of nothing but green screens right now. There's a
Yeah.
window behind me.
Yeah, yeah. That's it. Like it's one of those things too where you're like, oh well, and the worst part of all that is if you get rid of stuff, you'll be like, all right, I got my stuff. As soon as you get rid of stuff,
I
what
need it.
you had replacements for will break, and you're like, son of, I knew I need it, and you just
It happens all the time.
all the time,
All the
all the
fucking
time.
time. Like
Yeah,
you don't like I right now I have to do some brake work on my car. I'm taking it
yeah,
down to Greg's house because he got a garage. Tomorrow I'm gonna do it. And I personally know every time I do like a Volkswagen or the older Chevys,
yeah,
there's a couple other ones. Their brakes, they don't have regular bolts on the brake slides.
yeah.
It's either a Torx or a fucking Allen.
Right.
And I always buy the sets. I buy the good sets.
Yeah.
Can't never find them when I'm looking for them.
Of course
Never.
not.
So like tomorrow, I'm probably gonna. Well, I'm sure Greg will have them, but just that because I gotta have it. That's just in my brain. I gotta go
Yeah.
and fucking buy another goddamn set to go do these fucking breaks.
So okay, so this was something I was talking about. We were talking about on last night and New Year's Eve was the whole idea of, oh, I'm gonna save that. I gotta put it away. Then I'm gonna put it somewhere where I'll remember it's there. Then
And
you
you
forget
never
where it
remember.
is, and then you can't find it. And I'm like, so there's a very key thing, and I myself am working on this right now. Is that there's a difference between putting something where it goes versus putting it away. Because putting it away is just finding somewhere you can put it that it fits and it's out of the way. But putting something in its place means wherever it is, that's where it's supposed to be. It's not over here. Like it's the same. Like you ever walk into somebody's garage and they have the little outlines for their hammer and their wrenches and
Yeah.
everything. And I look at it and I'm like, the amount of work that is needed for that is a lot. However, very important. It's very important. And you know what?
That's
Doing it
another
will
thing,
save
like,
your entire day.
I
Yeah.
used to be big on that too, and still parts of me are. And then you get into that funk, and you start
Yep.
putting shit where they don't belong. And then now I know I had it here. I know where it's supposed to be, and it's not there anymore.
Oh, yeah. All the time. Oh man. That's a one of those things that will drive you crazy because you're just
Oh,
like, I
dude.
know I have that. I know I have it. Where is it?
Especially,
Don't know.
especially if I know, like I've had different extracurriculars disappear. Let's just say it that
Yeah.
way. Common
Sure.
teenager thing. You have extracurriculars just magically disappear on your ass. So you kind of take them hits every now and again. You know, you fucking asshole, stay the fuck out my room. If I find one of my vapes gone again, I'm fucking you up. You know, something like that. But like if I know, like I had like my kids, none of these lazy fucks are wrenching on a car. None of these lazy fucks are even sitting in front of one of these fucking microphones. None of these lazy fucks are doing. So if something like that comes up missing, and I know I ain't got nobody, or even one of my guns, you know, none of these kids is touching my. The only time Thorne has his own 2 guns. Them things got more dust on them. You thought they'd come from World War II. You know, none of these kids are touching it. So if something like that comes up missing,
Yeah.
then I'm like, oh, wait a minute, nobody was in this house. I know I have this. Where the fuck did I put it? And then I go nuts, and then you know with a little bit that I did clean up or straighten out is now destroyed again because I'm looking for this fucking shit that I bought.
Yeah.
I mean, over Christmas, perfect example. I knew I had certain gifts, and I knew I put them in a certain place. So when I got the rest of the gifts, and I'm divvying everybody's gifts up, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. I don't even wrap gifts no more. I just buy totes. I toss the shit in the tote. Boom.
Yep.
You got your fucking shit. Couldn't find a fucking whole like for my 2 of my daughters. Couldn't find their gifts. Dude, I was just starting to be able to walk through my fucking bedroom. Destroyed my fucking room looking for these goddamn fucking gifts.
Oh, that's great. And Victoria says you need a gift pile area. No, that's not.
I got a 6-bedroom fucking house, dining room, living room with an apartment that's damn near attached, and there's no room in the fucking house.
Yeah. No. That's like that was one thing we learned. So the house that I grew up in, when my parents wanted to sell it, we purged so much stuff. And my mom was like, no, but I might need that. And you're like, when was the last time you used it? She's like, you're like, okay. So if you haven't used it in 6 months, you don't need it. Let's be honest. And you're kind of going, yeah, but it's my stuff. I paid money for this. I don't want to get rid of it. And you're like, yes, I understand that, but
sometimes you just gotta take that L, man. I mean, I personally at this point, you know, like the abundance of studio equipment that I have. If I see an up and coming kid or somebody who's doing their thing or whatever, or one of my comedian friends or DJs needs you need this, man. If you're gonna use it, I don't want nothing for it. You know, I don't want no, you know, just here you go. You know, I gave a couple of my buddies fucking mics. I gave a couple of my buddies, you know, lighting equipment. Fucking, I damn near gave Weiss a fucking studio.
Yeah.
And you know, it's sometimes you just gotta start, like just now walking into the studio. I bought these icicle lights I had an idea for when doing a DJ lighting thing to have the icicle lights come down. Yeah,
Good
no,
idea.
I just literally tossed them in the trash. They're like, I'm looking at them right now in the trash can. I ain't fucking doing that. I don't remember. I DJ now maybe 3 times a year, if that. So I mean, time to fucking consolidate.
I mean, like there's a certain amount of that you have to take into consideration, right? Like it's like even still when people are like, "Hey, are you getting any new Lego?" and I'm like, "I have too much Lego as it is." And I have to and I'm that's the other thing where I'm like, "Hey, I was usually building 1 to 2 sets a week. And now I have such a backlog that it's like, okay, I need to start doing stuff, right?" But you know, it's that idea of actively doing the things you're supposed to do. And we are on a Lego freeze after I get the Enterprise. Once I get the Enterprise, we're on a Lego freeze. That's fine. That's they just came out with it. It's fucking cool, man. It's gonna go right on my back shelf with the
Enterprise. I could see the
yeah.
Millennium Falcon, the Enterprise.
Victoria got me the Dark Falcon, which is awesome because it comes with a white Vader. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Just
I gotta build it.
just the whole that could go so many different ways.
I mean, it's the Dark Falcon, baby. Please build my Lego Miffy first. Listen, you. Okay, you know what? So we got that when we were in Hong Kong, and I have the instructions for it. But also, she got me this for Christmas, which is Appa, the Avatar 6-legged flying bison. So I'm like, hey, this is coming first. So whether you like it or not.
See, I bought I think I might even gave you one too the last time you were here. The Pokemon.
Yeah.
I built one
built up
there.
there. I have one built up there. And I think there's another one because the box of your Lego that you hooked me up with is right behind me. And I'm like, okay, I have to that's first. And then I have stacks over there that I have that are next. And then I have a bag in the I have so Lego doesn't really go on sale, right?
No.
But there was a box. It was a battery powered, like a mechanical truck that you could drive and everything. And they were like, so the box is damaged, so you get 50,000 points instead of getting a discounted price. And I'm like, done. Because it was like I think it was like 90,000 points, which I'm like, this is like $90. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. Do it. I'm like, I'm not a big truck guy, but I'm like, it's a cool build. So I'm like, I got to do it. I have not touched it. I also have a typewriter I got to build. And I'm like, man.
See,
a lighthouse.
I get the urge to do like Legos every now and again. I got a couple of sets. Like I think I told you about. I bought like a box. I know they're katana blades. I know they're katana swords because the one bottom is damn near put together. So I know it's the whole box, but I'll never put that fucking thing together. But like 2 years ago, I bought. Did you know Star? This just shows you about how much control the Star people have. I was at my buddy's pallet store, and he had Star Wars Legos, and I'm like, Star Wars fucking Legos, shit! And it was a big box. I think I paid maybe $5 for it.
Beautiful.
So, get bored. It got tossed in the corner, and then one night, Stone sitting in my room. I'm like, I feel like building Legos. Here, it was a Star Wars Lego. What is it that it's called Advent for the Star people?
Advent calendar, yeah.
So everyone was supposed so Star Wars is Jewish. We know Star Wars, that's Chewbacca, that's Jewy. All people love to say no, Star Wars is Hispanic, it's Chewy. No, it's Jewy. It's Jewy. But yeah, there was, I forget how many each, like I just poked a hole, and it was them little itty bitty ones that you put together, but there was a shit ton of them, dude.
I have that box of the Advent calendar literally right over there. It's right there. I have it's a Marvel one, and I have a Star Wars one, and I have a Harry Potter one. I'm like,
I've seen the Harry Potter ones. I was like, you ain't gonna give me again.
Yeah.
I did come across, and I didn't open them up. Like I still have them in their packages inside a little case. the Deadpool figure, Lego figure,
Yeah.
and I think Moon Knight. And dude, them little fucking things are worth some fucking money.
Yeah. Bro, that's the weird thing is Lego has gotten foolishly expensive. And that's the thing is a lot of times you're paying for licensing fees and everything, but like at the same time you're like, yeah, but I want the cool stuff. Like I don't want the no-name bullshit stuff, you know?
Well, it depends because some of the sometimes you got to go to the no name shit to get the cool shit. For instance, for now everybody's got the big things of the Optimus Primes that transform by themselves and the Megatrons. Yeah, that shit was out fucking 10 years ago. It just wasn't licensed under Hasbro. I've watched so many of them fucking unboxing things, and yeah, they're cool as shit, but that ain't nothing new. You know, I didn't see Megatron, Soundwave, Optimus, they all transform all at once by themselves. They roll around, some of them. I mean,
at the family potluck that we did, we were talking about how the new RoboSun Soundwave actually will has a Bluetooth speaker and you can use it, and it's got a cassette function, and you're like, bro, this is and he's like, it makes sense. It's also 40% off. I should buy one. And I'm like, technically it's a business expense because you put it in your office as a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
Use it for work.
I mean, he's like, it'll walk over to you and record voices. And I'm like, bro, don't tempt me. Okay. I'll buy it.
Now, since you're a nerd like I am, what they mixed two up, or there was two that had almost the same name. Soundwave was the boombox, correct? The blue boombox.
Right. Yeah.
All right. What was the one that they made that in the movie? He was the satellite.
Oh, that's Shockwave. I think it's Shockwave. So just so you know, I have Soundwave over there and Shockwave over there. Just
Shockwave was the one with the one dot in it, he had the Pakistani eye. He had the one dot in the center, and he had a gun for a hand, right? In the original.
Yeah. So Shockwave is hold on. I can grab it. Give me a second. I got new fancy headphones that aren't
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you said something about the headphones. I want to say I done seen some shit about headphones that's kind of freaky.
There's Shockwave.
Yeah, okay. That's Shockwave.
Yeah.
Because I used to always mix them up, and then the Autobots, they had to make a good guy. Because that's my fucking mama got me. I couldn't get the cool bad guy. I got the red and yellow fucking boombox. I don't remember what the Autobot one was called, but
Master Blaster.
No, was it? No, Master Blaster was Mad Max with the little midget on the
back. It was hold on. I gotta fucking Google it because it'll drive me crazy. Hold on. Bot boombox was it was Blaster. It was Blaster.
Yeah, I had him. He was gay.
Yeah, he was. I have a transformer of Soundwave, but I also have the Lego Soundwave that came with to the bird and the thing.
It was I know it was Ravage, and what was the bird's name?
Laserbeak.
Yeah,
I got both. And I'm like, yeah, that's fucking I can't be tempted with that kind of stuff.
Blaster had a yellow lion, a little tiny yellow lion, because I had the little yellow lion.
I had the yellow lion. I know what you're talking about. Yep.
So here's something I want to. I'm glad you said something about the headphones because I thought it was kind of fucked up to me, and it goes into one of the theories that I came up with years and years ago on how the whole crop circle thing. It goes kind of deep. So we'll start off like this. Back in the day, there was some crop circles that came down. They deciphered one. It had kind of the face of a alien gray on it. Pretty much in this crop circle, it said that these aliens that left the crop circle were actually time travelers, that they were human beings from the future. And that's what we just evolved into, was these gray alien type looking things. Here, these grays are not grays or not aliens. They're just what people evolved into. And you start looking at that like, how is that possible? Well, you figure most people, especially around COVID time, people were forced into their own homes with whatever lighting they have, which is generally poor, especially with a fluorescent. So, you know, your eyes adjust, they get darker, they get bigger. The oblong heads that don't have any hair on them. Well, if you're in climate control, your hair grows to keep you warm or cold, depending on, you know, your environment. So if you're in a constant climate control, your hair generally tends to fall out. When you're on your devices, especially your phones, what do you use? You don't use all 5 of your fingers. You don't use on both hands. You use like 3. When you see fucking these aliens, these small grays, how many fingers do they have? They generally have 3 to 4 fingers. And then, you know, like the spindly, like the big heads, the small necks, the fat body, you know, the kind of like pear-shaped bodies that these things are supposedly have. Yep.
I also have a blaster.
I have too much stuff, bro.
So, you know, you start thinking about that and keep that in the back of your head. So I'm watching so one of them it was that Terror Teds. They go through a lot of the conspiracies in the TikTok videos.
Yeah.
So he brought up one that I had to like watch a couple times, and it was these kids, these TikTok kids, these podcasters and stuff. The one kid said if he got so many likes, he would shave his head. So he started shaving his head, and he noticed that where his headphones are, there's a dent in his head. No, not a line, a fucking dent. And when he turned his head a little bit, now this was not mentioned in this is what I'm putting together. This is what I see. When he turned his head, mighty weird that the head looks oblong like the fucking little gray aliens. So I'm thinking this is just one kid. No, there are fucking hundreds of these kids, younger kids, saying they're blaming it on the headphones, or your headphone is sitting on your head. And it's mostly on the gamers. The gamers are getting it. And on top of that, they're getting the pear-shaped bodies. They're kind of, because they're just sitting there, everything, gravity's going down. They're getting the thin necks. They're getting the bigger eyes. I mean,
this is so this is the weird part, is that the human body, so anyone who tells you so evolution is not real, no, we evolve constantly, right? The difference is that people will use the idea of, well, we've evolved from, we don't know that. We have no proof, because listen, if we were a specific type of ape that came from another ape, good, then why haven't other apes done it, right? So it's a weird, it doesn't make any sense. But to say evolution is false, no, that's crazy, because things do evolve, right? There's an entire pod of orcas that is actively taking out yachts because a female orca, a yacht ran over its baby and killed it. So she has made it a point, and she's getting other pods to start attacking yachts. Okay, so like that is evolution
of one of the Jaws movies.
I know, yeah. So this is the thing. It's like, so the fact that we evolve, and listen, the more we do something, the more our bodies change, and the younger you are doing stuff like that, the more likely you are to change, to adapt to it, because your body is still in a growing phase, right? So when you're older, your body's already like, no, this is what we do. So you have to slowly adapt, right? But you're not going to make changes. Whereas if you're in puberty, your body, like, as weird as it sounds, kids who play basketball in puberty tend to be taller. Why? I don't know. But I'm telling you, like, people who are, I played basketball when I was going through puberty, and I'm taller.
Yeah,
Even
I
Victoria did
can
too.
guarantee one of you Stephanopoulos or whatever done. You know, there was a melanated milkman somewhere down there.
No. Are you kidding? Even so, it's me, my niece, and I have a cousin that we're all tall. There's just three of us out of a lot. But then on my mom's side, all of our distant cousins are all like 6'6", 6'8", 7 feet, like just huge
'cause they
people,
were on
right?
that
So,
part of Greece that was real close to Africa.
no, we're in the mountains. We both know black people don't go into the mountains. They're like, no, that's white people shit. We don't do that. Yeah. All right. But yeah, so it's a weird thing. But yeah, like that's why it's the idea that gamers like I've seen a guy who took off his headset and he had like a full like his head looked wonky. And I'm like, that's fucking weird, bro. That's aggressive. I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm thinking.
I feel like that's something science should answer instead of other things. Just focus on that.
About, looking into switching over to just Bluetooth earbuds, which
Well,
aren't any good either because those cook your fucking brain.
So I picked up these. They're called Monster AC 930s, and they're like so because I have weird ear holes. So like the earbuds you put in,
I can't wear
never
those.
work. Yeah. So these like just slip on. They're
it's the same kind I got, man. I got JV. Well, I got a bunch of different pairs, but like Copenhagen bought me a nice JVC pair for my birthday one year, and I pull them out every once in a while. But yeah, I need the curved ones over the ears too. I just can never do the put them in. Just.
Well, they're not too like obtrusive. Like I don't find them annoying or anything, but like I have to get used to them, right? So they're not bad. I kind of like them because they don't even go in. They just kind of float on the outside, and that's the idea behind them. So, and I can charge them on my there's USB. You put them in the holder and you're good. And there's like, ooh, my new headphones just right there. Ooh, fancy.
I got a pair of the translating ones, which
get lost.
I feel like that all of them could be translating ones. It's just a fucking app.
Yeah.
All it is it turns on the microphone and whatever is being said or you say, then it'll translate it on the thing. I actually got one of them little it's a translating microphone. You plug it into the bottom of your phone and it just automatically, but it's all through it now. I found that out after my second pair that I got a pair of those supposed smart glasses, which anybody who wants to buy a pair of smart glasses and you think it's your heads up display, it's not. It's just sunglasses with earphones in them.
Dude, just bursting bubbles here, everybody. Your resolution sucks. Your internet glasses suck. Just get over it. It's just an app. Yeah. There you go.
When I bought these fucking glasses because they're nice glasses, and I'm like, they showed on the box like all the little things on the front of the glasses. No, this guy must have been looking at something and it was reflecting in the glasses because it wasn't in the glass. All it did was they were nice Bluetooth, but the fucking lenses were no goddamn good because first time they dropped, scratched up the fucking lenses, so now they're no good.
You know what? See, that's the thing is like, and also like I've seen people with the Google Lens thing, and I'm like, you look ridiculous. Like that is a ridiculous thing. You're an idiot for having that, right? But
see, now I had a pair of glasses, and I still have them somewhere.
Somewhere,
yeah, but they have their video recording, like so they have the camera here. But you could add on, like, there's a piece on the side that you could clip in, and it puts up like a heads-up display here, and you could see what you're recording. Like you could see the playback if you wanted to, or like you could see like how much battery you have left with your frame rate, all that other bullshit in it, and you could pop it back off, and you don't notice that it's a camera. Now, the difference between these ones and most of them that you find like that. Most of the glasses with the cameras in them have a little light that shows, so you know somebody is fucking
Yeah.
recording. These didn't have the light.
Ah.
These-
I wonder why that is. Why they do that shit? Because you're like, yeah, I don't want anyone to know I'm recording, you dick. Like that's the
well, I
whole
guess
point of
it's a
it.
privacy issue. Because
Fuck
I
your
mean,
privacy.
even in court, you can't, use evidence if they didn't know you recorded. You recorded me on intent or without me fucking giving you permission, so now it's inadmissible,
Ridiculous.
which doesn't make sense whatsoever.
Of course not. Hey, the idea of admissibility is just a scam for people to get away with shit. So all that being said, okay, here's a question for you, Marco, because we're already at an hour. What is something that you are going to do differently this year than you have been doing last year? Like, what's your goal? I know you talked about the house and stuff, which I think I'm with you on that one because I got to do the same thing for our house.
Just getting my house back to the way it used to be, man.
Hmm.
That's one thing. Like I walk in, like you always hear them stories about the guys who's just not happy with their home life or whatever, and their wife or whatever, their kids or whatever, and they just sit out in the driveway after work and just sit there for hours. I used to do that shit, and then I moved, got my new house, and now there's nothing in here that would prevent me from there's no bitchy wife. There's no my kids are grown. There's no. It's just I still do it. I'll sit out. Like I'll be done at the shelter in the morning. I'll just sit in my driveway just because I know. Like walking in here is a memory of all the depression that I had. Walking inside the house is a memory of, it's like smacking me in the face of the shit that I spent 10 years fucking getting out of my system.
Yeah.
A perfect example, like, and this is like what I guess is like making it hit real hard for me. Last night, Ray drives damn near an hour to get here.
Yeah.
What's up, cuz?
So old habits die slow. That's factual, bro.
Yeah, that's my cousin Ralph. He's the one I got deported with out in Canada. But
problematic cousin. Fair enough. Yeah.
The weather out here was terrible last night. So Ray got a little 2-wheel drive Chevy Vibe.
Yeah.
I bought this old school 4-wheel drive just because of the wintertime. I prepared for it. But either way, she drove here. I drove from here about 20 minutes, half hour away to my buddy's house where the party was. On the way back, her car was left here. She had to drive back to, damn near an hour away in that shitty weather, which I felt horrendous about. But I had nowhere for her, I sleep in a fucking twin bed. I had nowhere for her to be in my house, as big as this fucking house is. Like my living room is at a bare minimum. There's just a sofa and a TV in there, which my daughter fucking, even though she has a room, sleeps in there. My son has his own, like he has his own damn near apartment, but he's handicapped. He got his own. There was nowhere for her.
Yeah.
And there's no reason why I have this huge fucking house and I can't have my old lady stay over. You know what I'm saying?
No. Hey, you know what? And I'm of the same opinion. Like we had a friend that was going to be visiting with her family, and for us, we were like, you know what? Well, you can stay here, and we just got to fix the rooms, right? And then time got away from us, and they're like, oh, we're not coming anymore. We work issues and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, actually, it works out because we did not do anything to fix the rooms. But this year, the plan is that we're gonna get a move on that because I gotta fix some. There's a couple rooms upstairs that have like just holes in the walls from old screws and stuff like that. Some patchwork. Got to do that, sand it, paint it, and then start changing things around. So
I got old wallpaper that needs to come down. I got ceiling that need fixed just from the water breaks that I've had over the fucking couple of years.
It's time for a big boy bed. Hey, you know what? Listen, I say you get a queen size race car bed. That's what you should.
Look, the last time I had a big boy bed is when I was still single. I had a California king bed that used to take up damn near my home. Dude, I fucking loved it. And fat girl threesome ruined that bed.
That's fair.
Dude,
that is how that works.
like ruin the bed. Like I'm talking my fucking ruined my bed.
That's an expensive mattress to fix.
Yeah.
And,
And so after that, you know, then like not even a few months later, that's the same bed that caught on fire that you know I had to put out, which caused the water damage in my living room, which is why I got to tear down the wallpaper and the fucking ceiling shit.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That checks out. That's fine.
And to this day, I still have no idea how that fire started. Like I got up for the shelter. I'm in the bathroom, and all I hear like I have a connected bathroom. I hear, what the fuck? And I come out the bathroom, and my room is filled with black smoke, and there is like it was like the devil said, "You don't need that bed." And then now, mind you, I got my fucking cats in my room. They don't know you're trying to save them, you know. No. And my fucking little dog, you know, I'm screaming for my kids to come and help me, and I'm more worried about the animals. So we're scrunching down. I'm trying to get all the animals out. One fucking dog we couldn't find, so I'm freaking out because she usually hides under the bed. That's on fire.
Yeah.
And you know, while my kids are getting the animals out, I'm fucking dumping buckets of fucking water on the bed. Because I mean, if I'd have waited for the fire department to come, my house would have been gone.
Yeah.
I mean, I ended up putting the fucking fire out. Damn near had a fucking lung collapse. Yeah. That whole thing that you're taught in school, stay low to the ground. Yeah, believe it. Stay low to the ground. Stay fucking. Don't open windows.
No,
don't open the fucking window.
That's backdraft, baby.
Yeah.
Raphael says it said big, not gay. So he said big girls need love to fuck around and find out. LOL. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
No, Ralphie enjoys my same
proclivities.
Proclivities on the biggins. And no, Ralph, these was too biggins. These was too biggins. I don't even remember how I got them two into the house that night, but I just know my bed was never right after that. Like and I had a steel frame. I had like steel fucking frame. Dude.
Don't help.
No.
Anyways, we are gonna be back. I might make some Lego tomorrow or Saturday. I might start building some stuff. If I do, I'll let you know, and then we'll do that. Alternatively, as well, we have Morning Motivational Rant on Monday, Generation Dan on Sunday, and
Monday too. And if you haven't noticed, we are back live. Mm-hmm. My sentence is up.
I mean, hey, now that they're distracted, we're gonna get them. It's fine. Yeah, motherfucking Mondays. We're going to have movie night on Monday as well, which is going to be Terrifier 2.
It's already queued up on my shit.
Beautiful. Yeah, I got to find where I can watch it. And then we're going to go
I got it queued up on Tubi.
Is it on Tubi? Oh, okay, yeah. I'll check that. I'll check that once we're offline. In the meantime, everyone have a good rest of your Saturday and enjoy your weekend. And we'll be back soon.
Them roads are shitty around where I come from.
Fair enough. All right. Later, everybody.
And it's like, I want to have a good relationship.